Coyle. Day in celebration of Black History Month. Last night, the Ottawa community joined parliamentarians at an event hosted by Speaker Greg Fergus and the Parliamentary Black Caucus, co-emceed by Jose Agre et moi, to celebrate the life and legacy of former MP Dr. Howard McCurdy and to launch his autobiography edited by his former parliamentary staffer, former parliamentary poet laureate, and fellow Nova Scotian George Elliott Clarke. In the book's preface, Dr. Clarke says, Howard McCurdy was amazing. First Black Canadian to become a tenured professor, the man who named the New Democratic Party, the founder of the Anti-Segregation Guardian Club of Windsor, founder of the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, the founder of the National Black Coalition of Canada, the second Black Member of Parliament, and the second African Canadian to seek to head a national party. Last evening, we heard from Speaker Fergus, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, MPs Matthew Green and Irek Kuzmerskik, Dr. Mrs. McCurdy, and George Elliott Clarke himself. MP McCurdy was described as a role model, a caring and exacting teacher, a scientist, a man who broke down barriers at home and against apartheid in South Africa, a leader who shone the light for others on the road to triumph. In his book's epilogue, MP McCurdy says, "My political engagement was undertaken for the achievement of social and economic justice and equality for all, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or religious belief. Politics in all its forms, legislative, civil society, is a transcendent, civilizing, and justice-realizing pursuit. Now, Canada considers diversity a strength. Even our Constitution defines Canada as a multicultural nation. But the Old Dominion is not utopia yet." George Elliott Clarke concludes the book's preface speaking of his mentor's passing in 2018. "Nor was I the only one to recognize that a giant had fallen, that a library had been torched. A trio of prime ministers sang Howard's praises for the official Globe obit, Brian Mulroney, Joe Clark, and Paul Martin. Study Howard McCurdy's life story, and you will know why even these potentates had to stand in awe of that singular Black and radical dignitary, as if they were honorary pallbearers. Honourable colleagues, let's join these three prime ministers and the luminaries gathered last evening in celebrating the life and enduring legacy of Dr. Howard D. McCurdy, our fellow parliamentarian and a remarkable trailblazer. Thank you. Merci. Walalio.